Well, hello Hugo, and thank you for the redeem. Thank you for the hydrate. Like you know what? I didn't just start streaming, so I didn't just have something to drink. But I can always take another sip of something. So, as the title says, today I'm going to be dealing with this few small and odd jobs in Minecraft. Because I've been doing all the big things over the last couple of streams, going to the nether, going to the end, getting my wings, and yes, so it's time to just clean up the base a little bit. Alright, so, a few things needs to be done. Fight Neptune? No. What? Who's Neptune? The only big thing left to do would be dealing with a boss. That's not going to happen today. The planet, how are we supposed to do that? Never heard of that. The only fighting that's going on right now is me fighting with my own thoughts. Now, I did stay up over the last Minecraft night, and well, let's just say if we do this you won't be able to see any proof of it, but we had a few creepers blow up on us. And now, especially this close to the base, I need to fix it up. I need to fix up the terrain, fly to Neptune and start smacking it. Look, I might not have enough rockets to make it to Neptune. So for now we will stay on the surface. And this isn't gonna be enough dirt to fill in the other hole. Well, and you know what? For me to just fly out of this hole basically takes 3 rockets. That's how deep that hole is. 3 rockets just to get out of it. That's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so that, I think that was the only 2 creeper holes that we were, well, the only 2 spots where the creepers actually tried to blow up in my face. But anyway, I need to go and see if I can grab a couple of extra arrows, because I want to try not sleeping for a night or 2. Because we're going to need the gunpowder from the creepers in order to, well, make a few extra rockets. And while I'm going over to the skeleton spawner, I just want to fix the path going there as well. Because honestly speaking, me having to jump every time just doesn't work for me. Now I'm going to have to do that, because seeing that little piece of dirt under there going to continue to bother me all the time. So I think the right way is just to dig out the dirt before we actually place the slabs. That's better. So yes, in today's stream we're just going to do a few small things around the base. We might start extending the path over there, so that we can actually get up to the village, as I do want to start working on the village as well. But for now, while we are going to collect few more arrows, I thought maybe I can just kinda fix this path. Make it a little bit easier to travel up. And is this the last one? It would seem so, and then I'm not going to have enough logs or planks. We can. Is there a small oak tree close by? Sir Henry von Ding Dongs, welcome in. And thank you for the check-in. How has your weekend been so far? And what's the plans for the rest of the weekend? You working tonight? So I know you seem to tend to do this night shift work. I don't know how you do it, because I want to say I won't survive doing night shift work, but I guess you get used to it pretty quickly. 10 hours of work today, but now my weekend begins at early shift today. Well, that's great to hear. That's absolutely great to hear. Now, Henry, I see you plan to get back to streaming on the 13th. Am I right? Am I right? Alright, I need to make a few extra slabs, and let's see if we can spend the night outside and not have a creeper blow up in our face again. Even though the creeper blasts really don't do any damage anymore, except for the terrain. They mess up the terrain. But I need the gunpowder because I don't have a mob farm yet. So I need to manually collect gunpowder. I really don't need you guys. Just want the green guys. Well, not these green guys. The other ones. The ones that go boom. Jeez, but Henry, you say so now your weekend actually starts. The weekend's almost over, now your weekend starts. That's not awesome. But I guess we have to appreciate what we've got. And well, at least tomorrow is Sunday. Now tomorrow is my last day off. Oh my goodness. No. Jeez. No. I want the horse. Can I get the horse, please? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's the wrong one. No. No, 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 no. I'm not. I will not. I'm not good at this. I am so not good at combat. All I wanted was some gunpowder. Really, doggo, doggo, doggo. Sit down. Sit down. Don't you get yourself killed. Thank you, thank you. But now these zombie horses, do they burn in sunlight as well? Might just try and bring it in somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. Come on, you'll be safe. There you go. And on Monday I'll go to my family place for a week, so it's quite okay. Now that actually sounds like, well, I don't know how much fun it would be. I don't know what the situation is family, but it sounds chill at least. And so you say you're going for a week, so you don't need to work for the next week. Sounds like cool. Like I say, I'm back to work on Monday, so that kind of sucks. Only having one more day. But I guess I need to do something to pay the bills. Unfortunately, that is work. I definitely need more practice at this. As long as I stay calm, it's not a problem. I can actually... as long as I keep calm, I'm actually doing alright. The moment I start panicking about missing a shot or something, that's when when the trouble starts. Because if you miss the first one, you're probably going to miss more. Alright, that guy has a spear. Or he had one. Oh, really? Sneaking up on me? At least it wasn't the creeper. I'm hearing them. Not seeing anyone. Sorry, Henry. I'll catch up with the chat just now. Catch up with you just in a second. Oh, you say the part-time one still has overtime left that you need to... So they don't pay out for overtime. You need to take the time off. That's pretty much basically how things work for me as well. We work a lot of extra hours. And the company simply says, nah, you're not getting any extra money. You need to take the time off. And then worst of all, for me taking the time off, I'm actually amazed that my phone hasn't been ringing over this weekend. Because taking time off just means you're sitting at home. It doesn't mean you're not working. At least I think shouldn't be a problem for you. Okay, let's see if we can find a few creepers around still. Oh, that actually sucks. No creepers. Let me just fix this. Your local idiot. Welcome! I haven't seen you in such a long time on the stream. How are you doing? Where... I keep hearing a zombie. But I'm not seeing one. Okay, Henry, the part-time one, okay, the overtime before you are being let go. I have this month off, and the hours that are left after that still just get paid out. All right. So at least you're not like losing any of the hours now. See, what does this guy have? Well, I would like those flowers. I don't have any of them close by. Same old tired, mentally unstable, grinding a mod pack. Alright, I remember last time. Did we speak about the mod pack last time? I'm sure we did. No, currently I'm not playing any mod packs at the moment. I'm just too into playing on this world. Now, this world isn't strictly vanilla. I do have a few mods, I do have a few data packs, but nothing serious. I'm enjoying the vanilla-ish kind of gameplay at the moment. Now, I'm sure you were talking about the mod pack you're doing, like with the zombies and guns and all those sort of things, I think. Unless I've got my signals crossed or something. I'm sure that was what we were talking about last time. Well, that seems alright, and we got a zombie horse. Now, as I said, my only concern is if I take this guy outside in the sun, Because it's a zombie horse, is he going to burn? You made a new and improved one. Last one corrupted and couldn't get the stuff in. Yes, the config files. I can just imagine. Look, I personally, if I play a mod pack, I will just download a mod pack. Anything that looks interesting or what I feel like in the moment. Other than that, I will add 1 or 2 mods on my vanilla world if I feel like it. But making my own mod pack, that is a little bit, well, sounds like a little bit too much work to me. Or too much effort. I don't know. Now, tell me, if you know, because all these mod packs are available for free, do they get like paid also on ad revenue or something? Because why I'm asking is just that I feel that it's so much effort and so much work putting together a mod pack that these mod pack creators or mod pack owners, they need to make money out of it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth all the time and effort now, would it? Just my thoughts, my 2 cents about it. Alrighty, so everything is looking safe for now. Got a couple of goodies. Almost 3 stacks of gunpowder. That's not too bad. Definitely not too bad, I think. For me, without a mob farm, that's awesome. Let's see, what can we name this zombie horse? What do you feel like? Well, it doesn't matter. I don't make them for the money. I make them for entertainment. Yes, no, I believe that. And in some cases, I believe it's true. But if you look at the major big mod packs like all of Fabric, all the mods, those big packs, those guys must be making something out of it. There you go, Zombert. What are you doing in here? I didn't invite you. But I'll gladly release the llamas. My llamas all killed each other. Resides. You slept in. So you were definitely, today you were not fastest finger, but I understand. Sleep is good, sleep is good. Need to sleep in from time to time. Right, let's see. I want to go and do some more work on the path towards the village. I guess I can just clean out the inventory a little bit. Those go in there. Mushrooms, I think the mushrooms probably got a full stack of red mushrooms. Yes, I do, so they can go into the composter. Fastest to sleep a solid 18 hours. Well, 18 hours sleep, that wants to be done. What do you mean that one is a very dangerous name? Huh? You mean this one? Or this one? Spooky. I didn't see you, Spooky. But welcome in anyway, Spooky. Always lovely to see you about. But yeah, if you want, I can make a mod pack for you. Just give me a genre or topic. Nah, that's alright for now. Like I said, at the moment, I'm much more into playing this kind of almost vanilla Minecraft. Because I've actually been doing so many things that I've never done before. I mean, I've got full netherite gear, and I've got my wings. I've never had that in survival before. Yes, I've had that in mod packs before, but there's other ways of getting it. I get it, Henry. I get it. Do you really always have to see those things? But yes, now that you're breaking it down like that, that is a very dangerous name then. I am darkness. I am the thing that watches in the dark. I am everywhere and everything you fear. I am the one who resides. Well, that sort of kind of clears it up. Exactly the way that you should be pronouncing the name. I'm sorry, I just had to read twice because I couldn't believe it was the second one. Well, all right, Henry, all right. I believe you. I mean, I have to believe you. Because I've never thought of you as the sort of person that will look at it in the second way that you thought about it. I mean, I have absolutely, well, how long have I seen resides? About, I mean, probably about 2 months now that I've seen the name. I've absolutely never thought of it in that way, Henry. By the way, it was a complete accident. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was a challenge. Alright, Spooky. Thank you for popping in, Spooky. We'll catch you again next time. Yes, Henry, I kind of think we all now know what you will call resides when they ever pop into your chat. So, probably safer if they don't, right? Probably safer for them if they don't pop into your chat. Right, I think it's time to get a little staircase up here. This shovel is so speedy. Taking 2 blocks at once without even trying. Resides. Yes, most people just call them resides. Let's just randomly place a few different stairs. So I want to try and keep the this one will be a little bit more mossy. The staircase on the other side will be less mossy because I would imagine that this one doesn't get used as much as the one on the other side. Oh, I believe that without a doubt. For your info, I have been banned 300 times because of it and modded 5 times because it was so funny. I can look resides. I can absolutely believe it. I can believe it, but now, to me, it's just kind of normal because I've always heard other streamers just calling you resides. So I don't know. I've never had that problem because I've always just known you as resides. But yes, I can absolutely see how people can misjudge it. I can and I can't, if that makes sense. I now have a lot of people to keep watching. I correct them. Yes, well, I guess there's still going to be a lot of people you're going to have to correct. But look, resides. Let's be honest. If somebody new reads that name, I guess it's kind of possible that they can misread it. I mean, if you have a quick glance at the name, you might have to think twice about how to pronounce it. It's so much more fun having my wings. Also, I won't get to call you that. Oh, dang. One of the VTuber friends with calling 1 sec. Go ahead, I answer to both. Look, you might answer to both, but the other one isn't exactly very PG or family friendly. So I would think it's better to stick to resides. Alright, they wanted to say good morning. You know what? Good morning. It's almost 9 p.m. over here, and you're talking about it being good morning. Right, that kinda works. Maybe just finish it off with a few slabs on top. Oh, Henry, so you say your stream isn't exactly family friendly. Look, Henry, I have watched a few of the clips that's on your channel. But to be honest, I never paid attention on whether or not it's family friendly. You sure you can add to that? Well, listen, Resides, you better make sure that on the 13th, when Henry goes live, you check out his stream. Because I guess, depending on what time he streams, I'm gonna check it out. And I think we could be in for some interesting conversation. If you're there. Should we maybe top this off with brick slabs? Ah, Henry, you say you're not deliberately R-rated, just don't tag as family friendly because I don't play specific attention. You say whatever comes to mind. Yes, and you know what, with all these new social media restrictions that's going about, well, we shouldn't need to be family friendly because the young ones aren't supposed to be on here anyway, even though they are still going to be on here. Whether they should or should not doesn't really matter. They will still be here. Just do a little bit of mixing it up. Well, that looks all right. Lol, now you gained the mod title of the people. That's what one of my old tags was. Alright. Resides, you say you wish to stream one day. You need a PC though or a laptop. Well, I need a new PC. I need a PC. Period. I'm streaming for my laptop, and even though it's an okay laptop, but I need to invest in getting a decent gaming PC. Henry, you say you've got your old one standing around, just needs a new GPU because your RX 580 died. Not a flagship, but managed Minecraft streams at least. But it might be difficult to get it to you. Yes, well, not really, Henry. England and Germany, not that far apart. Only over the small seas, absolutely. Look, and that's definitely the thing. A decent GPU is mighty expensive. Now, look, I'm using what is it, RTX 3060 in my laptop, and that just doesn't feel strong enough to me. I need something better, but I'm definitely absolutely not going to spend the money on a 5080 or something. Those are just ridiculously expensive. Resides, you say you're a qualified chef, but you need experience, and that's always the thing, isn't it? People, or a lot of jobs, they want somebody with experience, but if nobody is going to give you the opportunity to gain experience, how are you going to get experience? Yes, Henry, you say you're, well, I know you're a student. I know you're working 2 jobs just to make rent. Beans on toast. Well, now, Henry, let's be serious here. Do you need to be qualified to make beans on toast? I mean, sometimes, you almost need a degree just to get the toast perfect. Because it feels like the toast is always burnt on one side. Well, if I make toast, at least I can I can never make a perfect slice of toast bread. Right, let's see. So this staircase needs to be a little bit nicer, because I would assume this one gets much more use than the one at the other end. So we need to just... don't want to use any cobble or mossy blocks in it. Level 2 chef for fine dining and high quality food. On a salary, I would be making 120 to 30k per year if you were an experienced chef. Yes, and look, there's definitely a lot of money in the culinary arts. That sucks, because Resides, that would definitely have been a good idea for you to make content on food. Because look, if you look at how many views some of those food channels get, that should make a pretty good income, I would assume. But I also understand if you say your family suppress any creative stuff you do, that sucks. We absolutely encourage it. Be who you are. And, well, is there any way that you can do it, like, without your parents' knowledge? Your family's knowledge? But listen, Resides. So for Christmas, your sister got a car and you got called a failure and a disappointment and what, right? But that's so unfair. Because if that's what your family thinks of you, that puts a damper on a lot of things. Yes, I agree. Sir Henry, um, you've got us resides. We will support you wherever and however we can. Um, but that sucks. And you know what? I also come from a family that wasn't very supportive. And look, I'm definitely not. No, I'm far from wealthy. But I'm doing all right for myself. I didn't have a lot of support from my family, and career-wise, I'm doing all right for myself. So there are possibilities. There's definitely possibilities. But yes, you are absolutely going to have to fight for it yourself. Don't be negative about it. I know that's um easy for me to say, or you might think it's easy for me to say, but as I said, I've been through it. I know exactly what you're going through, and there is hope, my friend. There is hope. um you just unfortunately, it seems that whatever you decide to do, you're going to have to, well, keep it from your family. But as Henry said, we are here. We are here, and we will support you as far as possible, as far as we can. Genuinely, this is what this community is all about. And even um if you just need to talk, my DMs are always open. Discord, you can contact me if you need to speak, need to talk. I'm always available. Well, I'm not always available, um, but I can, if you leave me a DM, I'll definitely get back to you. Yes, resides, look, honestly, resides, there's an offer on the table. Um, I think you can pretty easily do a quick Google search and find out what the shipping will be. And look, to start off, if you're not going to be heavily gaming on that computer, you can get away with a pretty basic GPU. They are expensive, but they're not all that expensive. But there's definitely an offer on the table for you to get started. So resides, I saw you said earlier in another stream that your plane ticket got cancelled. What happened there? What was the issue? So, I mean, that's a pretty hefty price for a plane ticket. I know that is what it costs. That's a lot of money. So yes, I would definitely agree that you seriously need to get a job, even if it's a part-time job that doesn't pay well. You absolutely need to get a job. Someone overbooked the flight and you were the last person to book, So you were cut. That sucks. That sucks big time. And then on the other hand, also, flight from England to America, how long is the flight? I think if I want to fly to America, I need to fly from South Africa up to London first and then connect from London to the US. I don't think we've got any direct flights going to the US. Oh, 5 hours ain't that bad. But geez, 5 hours, and what is it? 2,000, 2,300 for the plane ticket. Feels a little bit harsh. Over $2,000 for a 5-hour plane ride. I need to know. I can't remember. What was I thinking of doing over here? Yes, look, Henry, I don't think customs would be all that much. So, I mean, you can argue that there's not much value because it sounds, if I understand correctly, it is a pretty old computer. Well, in terms of technology, I'd say it's probably a pretty old. Well, resides, like I say, that's the whole point of this communities, to be there for one another, to listen, to help where we can. And that's, you know what, Henry, as well, that's pretty awesome of you, what you're doing. I mean, I don't know a lot of people out there that would do something like that for somebody that, I mean, that you've never met, you barely know the person, and you're willing to do something like that for them. That's pretty awesome of you. From what I know, you are a pretty awesome guy. Henry, you asked your sisters and all your local friends, nobody needed, wanted it, and I'm too lazy to sell for the few bucks I'd get for it. It's still okay, but it's old, so if it helps you, that's reason enough to just give it away. Yes, okay, resides, but look, don't you have a TV that you can use? I mean, even if it's only temporary, you can use a TV screen for a monitor. I mean, the for the most part, the refresh rates and things on TVs aren't all that good for gaming, but that's an option that could save you a few pennies. Keyboard and mouse, you can find decent ones for less than $100. Well, way less than $100, I would say. You're thinking about euros or pounds, maybe 20-25 pounds for a halfway decent keyboard, another 20 pounds or so for a decent a basic mouse. So just a mouse then, Henry? That's awesome. That's, oh my word. Dude, I knew you were a nice guy. I never knew you're this nice. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, Henry. You can probably print a pretty nice mouse with a 3D printer, but you're still going to miss the insides. I would say just spend a few bucks. Yeah, like a cheap mouse is like maybe $10 or so. I'm sure you can even look on Facebook Marketplace and find something even cheaper than that, or even something that someone just wants to give away as well. I know I've seen things like that where people are just giving them away. Given it's not very nice, the items they just give away for free. It's definitely not very nice. But I mean, what's the saying? Beggars can't be choosers. If you can get it for free, then that saves you a couple of more pennies. Yes, so I think that's settled then, Rosite. You just need to save a few bucks for, well, basically just for the for shipping. From what I understand, that's all you're going to need: shipping and maybe an import tax or something. And how many stairs do we have? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let's just put one right there. Paunchy, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. How has your weekend been so far? I mean, we are halfway through the weekend, so we have had some weekend, and we have yet some to go. But honestly, I don't know if it's worth the hassle. A mouse really is the cheapest part. Yes, Henry, I agree with you. The mouse is really, well, you can, well, over here, I can buy a basic office mouse for like maybe, well, €3. But then it's really a basic office mouse, nothing fancy. But I mean, if you're really struggling, that will work. That will definitely work for a start. No, Ponchi, I did see. You said on YouTube, you said you're sorry you're late, you just got home. So the YouTube chat is actually working tonight, Ponchi. I just, I am falling a little bit behind on keeping up with the chat. So as for benchmark, the thing could stream Minecraft, even PUBG on low setting, and without Steam I could play Horizon Zero Dawn even on mid settings. The Witcher was okay, Monster Hunter World and video editing in DaVinci Resolve was also not a problem. So then that's pretty decent. I think the GPU would obviously make the difference there. Resides, you say you would stream Minecraft and Terraria and stuff like that to like an upgrade parts to run more stuff. That's awesome. That will get you started. Absolutely. Ponchi, yes, so you say you're sorry you're late, you just got home. Remember, Ponchi, my friend. Being late, you never need to apologize. I mean, I absolutely realize everybody can't be here all the time. So absolutely don't need to apologize for coming in late. We absolutely understand. Life happens. It's an AM4, so don't upgrade. Just use it until you can afford a new rig like an AM5. Definitely Minecraft Terraria easy. Ponchi, you say the chat is working but about a 2-minute delay. Well, YouTube chat always seems to be delayed for some reason. And Ponchi, I definitely haven't thought of any new ideas for rooms. Like I told you yesterday, I will usually just start building and the ideas will come when the ideas come. I can absolutely not plan up too many things before I actually start working on a build. That's just not the way that my brain is wired. And look, Henry, I used to work in the IT industry, but I have to tell you, I've been out of the industry for, well, almost 10 years now. And I have to admit, I've been trying to keep up with what's going on in tech, but absolutely, I think I'm so far behind what's going on. Whenever I need to upgrade something or look for something new, I need to do a hell of a lot of research. So AM4 and AM5, that is AMD sockets, right? I'm more familiar with the Intel sockets, even though my laptop is running an AMD Ryzen 5000 series, so that will be AM5. Yes, Punchy, I get that you want the community to join, but I guess we don't have many people in the community right now. I think once we start working on the towers, then that might come a little bit easier. And yes, it resides. Absolutely, what Henry says is true. Um, get a job, get an entry-level job. Start working on your career. Um, start building on your career. I mean, if you could get a waiter job at a fine dining restaurant, you could easily build a relationship with a chef, and I think that's building relationships is how I got as far as I've got in retail. Look, I've got no qualifications for the job that I've got, but I've got the skills. And I got the skills by starting off right at the bottom. So yes, you've already got the qualifications, but you need now you need to get the experience. I would suggest finding an entry-level job in the catering or restaurant industry and just work yourself up. You've got the knowledge, you've got the paperwork, you've got the qualification. So, all right, Ponchi, I'll see you. No, that's 100% fine, Ponchi. We'll catch up tomorrow. I'll see. If I've got time, maybe we can hop on a Discord call tomorrow, and you can show me what you've done so far. I just don't know how my schedule will be during the day tomorrow, but I'll DM you if I have a minute. All right, let me just try to make more progress. I think, well, now that the staircases are up, I feel we're getting there. But this wall on this side just looks a little bland still. Need to figure out something to do with it. Maybe some moss or something. And yes, resides. I know you're going on the trip to America, and you probably have some savings for the trip. But look, if, like you say, depending on how much you spend in America, you might already have enough. Maybe just try to I know it's hard to spend less, but just keep in mind the opportunities that can come in the future if you get this PC, and maybe use that as a little bit of motivation. And maybe, yes, all right, like waterfalls, like drainage falling and flowing into the river with lily pads to cross over the path. That is actually not a bad idea. So if we have a little fountain or something up here, the water can flow down and come down here. And I can actually, well, we could actually have a little bit of a footbridge. Like just a slightly elevated bridge, and the water can flow through underneath, connecting up to the river. That could actually work, Resides. Thank you for that idea. That could actually work out. Hmm. And then we can have a little bit of moss next to it. Hmm. Could actually work. Hmm. Right, let me see. Well, I think let me connect the paths up first. Then we can see where we can put a little bit of a fountain, and we can bring it down. I've got an idea that's really going to work for the water streams coming down. I think I've got an idea that will work pretty well. But yes, it resides, as Henry is saying, it all depends on your priorities then. And if you say you're staying there for free and no food costs, so it's good, you should be able to. Well, I mean, I don't know how much you have set aside for this little trip, but I guess it's possible that you could definitely, there's definitely possibilities, I think. I will probably need to get a bridge over this side as well. Because I keep coming around this side, not going over the bridge, which I should probably have known was gonna happen. Let's just see. I want this path to go round about here, connect up here to the path in the village. Then I think we should take down this whole little patch over here. Just bring it down. Or maybe just do something like that for now. Nope, nope, I'm gonna have to take this down. Absolutely. Alright, Resides, enjoy the lurk. Always welcome. And look, like I say, might not be much, but it is something, at least. I'm going to definitely need to get a few chests over there. Because the inventory, as always, it's just messy. Always messy. Let's see, we can put some of this arrows away. Alright, there you go. So results, it's absolutely our pleasure. Say we are here to help each other, and if what Henry does can help you in any way, make your life a little bit better, sure, that's all that matters. It's all that counts. See, where are we going to? We just do this. A few things out of my inventory. And all right, let me quickly just have a little something to drink. So Henry, if you're still there, you say you're a full-time student. What are you studying? If I'm allowed to ask. Well, I'm obviously allowed to ask. It's your choice whether or not you want to answer. But if you're still there, I'm curious. What is it that you are studying? So here's a little something about me. I've always been interested in studying law. Got a fascination with law, especially when it gets to corporate law, business law, international business law. That's something that's always been on my radar. And I was going to study law after school. Things didn't work out that way, like I say. Financially, I couldn't afford it. And now if I wasn't married, I should be able to afford it. In South Africa, though, getting a bursary or something to study with is not very easy, due to various well, I think anybody that knows anything about South Africa will know about all the race-based laws in the country, which I feel is absolutely just holding back the country. But it is what it is, and we have to deal with the situations as it are. So Henry, officially physics and geography, but I started with chemistry and geography, but failed chemistry due to financial causes and mental issues. Look, and chemistry definitely ain't one of the easiest things out there to study. I definitely don't have the right sort of brain for chemistry. I think it's definitely interesting, but I will not. My brain doesn't work like that. But you still consider yourself more of a chemist than a physicist. All right, that's interesting. But since the change, I haven't taken any courses. Want to apply for dual degree in aerospace engineering, which you should do soon, but you hate applications. Yes, I think that's also one of the things that gets to me is the applications. Um, oh, so resides. What's your name on Discord? Um, I'm sure I've seen it because you are on Misfits Discord, aren't you? So I'm sure I should have seen the name. I can't think of anything I can link to you right now. Undisclosed. All right, undisclosed. All right, you say you customize it for each Discord. All right, that's fair, I guess. But yes, getting back to fields of study. Like I said, I've always wanted to get into law. Now, I've never had the money to do it, and a law degree is quite pricey. Now, I have studied financial accounting and financial management and financial accounting, but both of those courses I had to stop. I could never finish it. Also, due to number one, work situations at work, and secondly, financial as well. So that kinda sucks. But I mean, in terms of the experience I've got, like I say, I feel that I'm at a pretty good space in terms of career right now. You say you just capitalize specifics depending on the rules. All right. But it's all good. Thank you for joining the Discord. Welcome in. And like I said, if you at any time need to talk, my DMs are always open. So you're welcome to send me a message. Also, like I said, I might not respond very quickly, but I will try to respond as soon as I can. Not gonna do this. I think only I can do that. Yes, it resides. I think for some reason the command is only DC, not Discord. And not some reason, that must be the way that I've set it up. But yes, the command for Discord is only DC. sucks. Doesn't work out. Two, three, four, five. And I've got 2. Oh, this is even worse. Well, you're actually excited? That is so good to hear, Resides. I'm so happy if you're excited. Okay, this should work out. If we do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this middle one will have only 3, but the sides are then at least kind of equal. Alrighty, progress. A little bit of progress at least. Righty, let me go, and I'm going to need... I'm thinking of... well, sticking with the iron bars up here as well. Let's see if we jump. How far can I actually glide over? Pretty decent. Iron bars 9 definitely ain't going to cut it. That should do. That should be plenty. Do for now. Let's see how far we can get. So I do kind of like the look if we add the iron bars. If I could just not mess it up. Lucas! Welcome in, Lucas! Yes, Lucas, look, if you're trying to be sneaky about it, I want to give you a little bit of advice. Don't follow Spooky's example. Or at least let's say this: don't learn from Spooky's mistakes and continue making the mistakes, because I love it if you announce your entrance. Welcome in. How has your Saturday been, my friend? And no need for a hydrate, I just hydrated myself. Thank you very much. So yes, Lucas, like I'm saying, how has your weekend been so far? Good, just came back from a small mountain. Alright. What have you been up to in this small mountain? Look, I absolutely love mountains, especially smaller mountains, which you could just do a little bit of a few hours climbing the mountain, just exploring the terrain. I absolutely love it. As a child, we would we had a little mount right behind the house, and we would usually in the afternoons after school we would usually after school just go and climb the mountain. It took us about maybe an hour or so to get to the top. Coming down was always much faster, much easier. Oh, Resides, I so do appreciate the thought of you being nice and no ban of movement today. I absolutely do appreciate it. Thank you. Tomorrow we can get back to the normal shenanigans. Today, let's just enjoy the moment today. So I think today's stream has been an absolute moment to remember. Alright, so next things next. I need to work in this path. Then we're going to get a little fountain up here. A nice little picnic spot, I'd say. Fountain, maybe see if we can grow a few extra of these big oak trees. I think there's a trick to get the big trees. But we'll see, we'll try. And then we're going to have the water trickle down the side of this wall. I've got a nice idea that I think might just work for that. Alright, Lucas, you say you'll be working on your sugarcane farm? Well, I absolutely also need to build a sugarcane farm, because that manual farm over there in the distance definitely ain't cutting it for me anymore. I absolutely need to get something automatic sorted out. But for now, I'm still having fun working on the terrain over here. I'm thinking maybe bringing it out like this. Just maybe up to there. Oh, maybe a little. Let's go all the way. And look, now that I've got my netherite armor, I'm not even scared of the dark anymore. Even though when it comes to fighting mobs, I'm not very good at it. But I can at least handle the creepy nightlife. As long as we don't have a creeper blowing up our hard work. Now I wonder, I don't think I've got I should have a bed in here somewhere. Sure, there was beds in one of these houses. I don't want to be running. Well, I know there's beds. There's a bed. Now, I've got a little monster problem. Right, let's see. we can make this look better. I just want the path to come right over here. And I'm still thinking I should take this down a little bit. Just get more. Get rid of these spiders. I mean, not that I'm short of string or anything. I mean, just get rid of the spiders. So then this path can connect right up here. Now, I don't know, I think the path up here at the village, I don't know whether I want to keep the same path going. I think I must switch it up a little bit. Maybe not. I think let's keep the path consistent all throughout. Because the houses up there is going to be totally different than down here. But I think let's keep the path relatively the same. Let's see. Do this. That looking all right. I think that'll work. Now I'm thinking that if we're gonna get a little fountain area set up here, maybe the path should take a little bit of a sharper curve this way and then come in there. Join up. Maybe something like this will work. Then we just do a little something so the path curves away, so we've got more space to work with over here. I think that'll work. That will definitely work, I think. Maybe a little more like this so that we can join the path up on this side. Frog pond or axolotl. You know what? Frogs might actually work. So resides, I was thinking of doing a little bit of a fountain, but now that you mention it, a little pond might maybe be better. So a little bit of a pond, and then the pond will have a couple of water streams coming down this wall, going to the river over there. Do you know of any string farm except for the string duper? The only string farm would be if you can find a spider spawner and make a spawner farm from that. Because honestly speaking, Lucas, I'm not too keen on dupers. I feel like a personal opinion, of course. I feel like dupers are like kind of a cheat, even though if you're playing single player Minecraft, I mean, the word cheat is a very, very loose word to use, because what are you cheating? You're only going to cheat yourself if you're cheating. But yes, like I say, I wouldn't say totally against the dupers, but I prefer, like if you're looking for a string farm, I would say go find a mine shaft with a spider spawner and use that for a string farm. Dupers early game? No, but end game for big project builds, and only then I use gravity ones for concrete powder. Yes, look, resides, I've got, I added data packs to, or from Vanilla Tweaks. So I can maybe go and show you, let me see if I've got any. I think white. I've got, yes, okay, so I've got white concrete powder, so I'll go and show you quickly. I'm not gonna make it. No, I'm not. So I've got these data packs that I got from Vanilla Tweaks, and that might be seen as a bit of a cheat, but look, the thing of this world is that I'm kind of more of a builder than anything else. So the data packs, what they do, we just fill this cauldron with water. It allows you to, if you drop the dirt into the cauldron with water, you should get mud out of it. Doesn't seem to. Yes, look there. We got mud. And then if you drop the concrete powder into the cauldron, that will give you concrete. If I could just drop it in, takes a second or two, and then you get, well, why isn't that working? Did I take it out too quickly? Because the concrete one is more important to me. I'm really going to need to get the concrete. I'm going to need a lot of concrete. But yes, so on the Drax Clubhouse SMP, by the way, Momo Psalms, welcome in, Momo. Thank you for checking in. Welcome in. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. And I'm not ignoring you. Oh, well, seems that the concrete powder one isn't working at the moment, but it should work the same as with the mud. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I'm too But I left it in there for a pretty decent amount of time, so it should be working. So it is definitely inside the cauldron at the moment. All right, let me. I'm gonna check the Discord quickly. That will probably give the concrete more time, so we can see if it works or not. Oh my word! I've never logged in on my other computer on Discord. Oh my word, really? Okay, Discord, Minecraft Pics. I see, but do you think I've got enough space for that one, Resides? Because that looks awesome. A little frog statue. How wide? That's about 5 blocks by 5 by 5. Five by 5. We'll go and have a look. All right, I'm gonna replace the cauldron quickly. It is also absolutely possible that I didn't add the... I only added the mud one and not the concrete one. So I might need to check on that. Yes. I might need to just double check the data packs. See if I did add the concrete one as well. But thank you, Resides. That little picture that you added on the Discord, that's going to look perfect over there. Let's just see if we can grab a nap before that zombie comes and tries to do something. And then I will need to, well, obviously we will then need to go and explore a little bit to see if we can find froggies. And I was going to need to go find frogs anyway, because I want to, I'm busy taking down that treasure bastion in the nether. And there's a magma cube spawner there, and I want to use some frogs for a froglite farm. So I'm going to have to go and find frogs anyway for that. So we could have a little pond with a few froggies. Now let's just make sure there's no creepers around here. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Stupid flippin' creeper. Get out of here. But thank you for your donation. The gunpowder is definitely useful. Let me quickly just put a few things away here, then we'll go check. How are we for space? I'm definitely... Jeez, dude, get out of here. Now, I didn't even pick up the gunpowder because my inventory was full again. Huh? Oh, I did get the gunpowder. I did. 4 times in a row, no ads. Well, that's nice of Twitch. Not showing you ads. Alright, let's quickly see the 5. Let's go and check something quickly. Ow. So this is the space that I've got. We can probably take this back even a little bit further. I can go back even further. Which stairs? You think this stairs over on this side? Alright, Lucas, enjoy the lurk. Resides, you're talking about this ones, ne? Okay, so the idea here, we will have a little bit of a pier on this side. And then, because that is the storage warehouse, let me just get over there. Another creeper. Gunpowder. Come on, give me gunpowder. Thank you. Alright, so resides, this is a storage warehouse. So the idea is to make the river a little bit wider, and then we'll have a dock over here where the ships can dock, and we can imagine they bring goods in and they take goods out to other settlements. So yes, maybe we can do a little bit of a lily pad bridge over here. We'll see, but I think let's first work up there. And now if we are having thunderstorms, I might need to take a little bit of a sleep first. No, I can't, because the thunderstorm only gave us 1 lightning strike and that was it. Yes, so many ideas, so little brain power. And so many ideas, so little time. Alright, but let's see now. Because this pond, or for the frog statue, it looks like about 5 by 5. So that will be the area that we need for the statue only. And then I want water surrounding it. What about I'm thinking like if we push the let's do this. Let's cover this up. Because I'm thinking if we have the little statue here, so let's imagine for a second this is the statue, right? And then we've got the pond doesn't surround the statue. We do the pond in front of the statue, right? And then the pond will probably go up against the wall over here, and then we'll have a few water streams going down the side. Yes, so the statue flows into the pond. Yes. Yes, that makes sense. That's going to work out perfectly. And now since we do have the mud, let's see if we can start working on it. Let's see if we can. All right, Resides. I will summon you if I need your input. But listen, while you're lurking, I need to take a quick BRB. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to switch to the BRB screen, but I will be back within a minute or two. Everybody else in the chat, I'll be right back. Maybe I should just go and find the bed before I go. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Just a minute or two. Then we can start working on this little froggy. Alrighty. Let's see how this will work out. We can probably surround it with mud as per the reference image. If it doesn't work, we'll can always change it. I think we can do the mud if I've got enough mud, that is. Right now, so that frog looks like going to need to grab a few resources. Maybe we can just, well, that's enough mud. Even though I think the bottom of the pond, I'm gonna make that out of mud as well. So we're going to need to get a little more mud. I wonder if the grass will also turn to mud. Just maybe check it out. Let's see. I don't know how long does it take to turn to mud. No, not that long off at all. Let's throw the grass in there. See if that works. Nope, grass isn't going to turn to mud. But I do want to quickly check the concrete again. No. I shouldn't have done that. Let's see if we just fill one of the other cauldrons. Maybe since I've used this cauldron for mud already, I can't do concrete in it. Nope, definitely not. Maybe we should... Let me just try one more thing with the concrete. Maybe I should just make fresh concrete. Concrete powder, that is. I mean, while we are busy, we could just as well try a few things. What color are we gonna... Well, do purple. Just go and grab some piggy funnels. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. My day is going, well, quite all right. Thank you for asking. Still have tomorrow off from work as well. So, yes, we are just getting up to making a little pond and a frog statue. That's what we're up to. That's what we're doing for now. Now, I just want to quickly see, because I have added data pack that's supposed to turn concrete powder into concrete and dirt into mud. Now the dirt into mud is working, but it seems that the concrete powder into concrete isn't working. So I quickly, just before we get going with the frog statue, I just want to quickly try this out with fresh concrete powder and see if it works. I don't know, since the white concrete powder was made before I added the data pack, I don't know if that could have an effect on it or prevent it from working. Oh no, Piggy, what happened? How did you lose the world? That sucks. Now look, I'm not, I usually don't play hardcore. The first time I tried playing hardcore, I lost my world in like 11 Minecraft days. The second time I tried hardcore, I lost my world in 4 days, I think. So I'm not playing hardcore anymore. Exactly. Look, so I've spent 1,300 days on this world, and I wouldn't want to lose this in hardcore. So I guess that's why I'm not playing hardcore. Ooh, 3 ghosts and lava, that sucks. That sucks big time. Now I have to say, like, I've got my where's the purple now? Let's just put this in here. Grab a bit of carrots. Not shoot up the furniture. So basically now with the netherite armor, and I changed my boots to fire protection. So with the netherite armor, I can pretty much stay in lava, swim in lava, and as you can see, I'm almost invincible. So as long as I've got something to eat, I'm not dying in lava. Which is actually super awesome. So now I don't need to be scared of the nether anymore. Let's just get rid of this lava. Don't want any mistakes happening or anything. You say you didn't have it long, not much was done on it. My first attempt. Well, as Lucas is asking, how many days in were you? But that's always, look, so like I said, I've tried hardcore before. I think it's absolutely just not for me. Let's just see here. What blocks do I need? I think this is for the eyes. $105. Oh, alright. But look, 105 days in hardcore, that's still a good amount of time. At least you've made 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. That's definitely not a small number. And Piggy, next time you're gonna get to 200 days or 150 days. Now, the 2 times that I tried hardcore, the first time I got killed by a skeleton, and the second time I got killed by an enderman, but there was also a skeleton involved. Misfit! 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 Look what I found! Look what I got! Look what I got, Misfit! Especially for you! Biggie, you say you spent most of it underground? Hiding, to be honest? Well, look, the times I played hardcore, I also just went caving immediately because my thoughts was if I could get diamonds as quickly as possible, then I would be able to survive. And unfortunately, didn't work out like that because I didn't survive. So yes, Misfit, the zombie horse is quite cute. But now tell me, you've got a little bit more experience with the zombie horses. Do they burn in sunlight? Because I had to bring him into the warehouse because I wasn't sure whether it's gonna burn in the sun. Oh, and you love the name? Yes, because I tend to call the zombies Zombert. So I just thought that it's a fitting name for the horse. So I must tame him, put a saddle and then armor on him, and then he'll be fine. Alright, I've got a set of golden horse armor that will be suitable, I think. So I did name tag him, so he shouldn't despawn. But alright, now we are trying to build a little frog fountain over here. So Resides gave me a little bit of a no, Lucas, we're not going to kill it. We're not going to kill it. Well, if it's a slower horse, we might just retire it. We're not going to kill it. Not like that. So I think that should also be mud then. All right. Then I might need a... We have an andesite block and then the andesite stairs like that. know how will this work, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try to build this thing. I'll definitely go and tame that little guy then. Right then, on top of the stairs, we need to this. Like that, I think. And then we're gonna put stone slabs. Right behind the stone slabs, we put the polished andesite for the eyes. And I guess a stone slab in between. Let's see, is this looking like a little frog face yet? It might. Even though I think I need to trust the process and finish our do a little more work here. So then we've got, do I have normal stone stairs? One there, one there. Then we'll have andesite. I would assume it needs to be something like that. And just probably fill it in with andesite. Should this rather be stone? Let me go and grab some stone, then we'll see how it comes out. Wait, what do I have stone slabs? I can use them. That'll work. So this is a stone slab. Do stone. Alright, Piggy, good luck. Good luck with round number 2. Let's see if you can get to day 150 this time then. See, does that look like a... remotely like a frog? I think it does. I think it does. I think it's gonna work. Then over here, I think we should just add another piece of mud. Alright. See if this is going to work for the pond. It is a rather big pond. That should be alright. Should work. Then I'm thinking if we maybe bring it out a little bit further this way. No, come on guys. You were not invited to this party. Oh, really? Uninvited guests. Always a pleasure to deal with them. Ooh, I almost looked at that Enderman, even though that Enderman shouldn't be any danger to me. I almost looked at it straight in the face. Ah, really? Come on. Have a little sleep. I think our froggy is looking decent. Now, I was thinking... We'll see, because I was thinking of maybe putting a little bit of a light source inside the frog. We'll see. I'm going to grab some... we are making a pond with a little frog fountain. Misfit, so I'll show you just now why we thought about it. It's actually Resides came up with the idea. So I said... like this wall on this side looks a little bit dull. right? So this wall, that wall over there, looks a little bit bland or meh, or it doesn't look great. So Resides came out with the idea that we should maybe have water streams running down the wall. And then obviously the water will need to come from somewhere. So we're going to make a pond up there. And maybe have a few frogs in the pond if I can find frogs. And then obviously, what is a pond without a fountain? So we decided to, Resides posted a picture of this fountain on my Discord. And we're trying to build it. So, no, not like that. So the water needs to go in there. All right. Then I was thinking, maybe put some glowstone in there just to light it up at night. Don't know what you guys think of that. Right, let me go and grab some more water. Now, I don't want to grab more water. I want to first sort out the bottom of this pond. I'm going to take this away for now. And I'm so upset with the fact that my shovel has Silk Touch. Because now I want a shovel that doesn't have Silk Touch. I think I do have a diamond shovel that doesn't have Silk Touch. We'll see. Yes, thank you, Misfit. It is. I just don't know how I feel about the color of... really? Oh, this one doesn't have any enchantments. That'll do. I mean, shovels are cheap. Let's see. And it's so cool having wings, Misfit. Because you can just glide everywhere you want to be. So, alright, let's see. Maybe we come out a little more. Fill that into, just bring it in a little better. Let's just see. This will, I think it can be deeper over here. How goes the work? Resides? I think it's going good. I just added a little bit of a light source, which I I'm still debating with myself whether we're going to keep it there or not. And now I'm just digging out the pond. So how's this for the size of the pond? I think that's going to work. But I am going to need more mud because I want to do the bottom of the pond with mud. And then I'm thinking just a little extra depth. Just maybe like that. Yes, Misfit, no, I left your stream. Well, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. So when I definitely would not have caught that. I definitely didn't. Which is, it's obviously always a sad day when I miss anything from your stream. But when you stream on weekends and you start later, that kind of makes it difficult for me to catch the whole stream because I am trying to stick to a schedule myself. But I can always go and watch the replay, can't I? But what do you mean you got a bat at the end of your stream as a pet? That what you mean? Oh my word. You got a bat as a pet? Yes, if it was the last 20 minutes, I was probably long gone. How long back did you end your stream, Misfit? Because I've been on for about 2.5 hours now. But I'll definitely, if I can remember to do it, I'll check out the replay. You say it was in the last 20 minutes or so? Definitely check that out. Ooh. Going to need to get more mud. All right, if I don't catch it on the replay, I will tell you, then you can show me on Monday. So I take it you're taking the day off from streaming tomorrow then? Well, obviously, you only stream one day over the weekend. Let's see if this works. Ah, perfect. Let me go and find a bed. I mean, I'm not scared of the nightlife anymore. But I mean, let's not tempt fate. Let's just take a nap. Oh, going to spend the day with Papa Mullet. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome, Misfit, and that's a good thing as well. Right, let's finish this pond. Well, finishing the pond is still a little way off, but let's finish adding the mud to the pond at least. This will need to be mud. There you go. That's looking nice. All right, next thing. I need to figure out how are we going to get the water streams to come through the wall? And where are we going to do that? So I'm thinking we do little something like this. Maybe another one over there. The last one over here. That's not exactly going to work. Oh. That's not going to work for what I've got in mind. How am I going to make this work? Let me check something. Right? Can we? Can we waterlog a wall? Yes. Ah, no. But all right. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. We are making progress. Making mistakes is just finding ways of how not to do it. Where's the other one? Right over here. I just want to not lose these flowers. Even though we've obviously lost some already. Oh, thank you, Misfit. I try my best. And yes, you know what? I have to agree. The builds do come out really nice, and they do look nice and cozy, as you put it. But again, it's just placing blocks. See if it works. If it doesn't work, try something else. And always be open to the possibility of adding other things, adding more. That's the only thing I can think of, is you always need to be open for possibilities and opportunities. We'll see how this works. So I'm thinking then maybe doing this. So the water can go out. Look, Misfit, yes and no. A lot of the things that I do also comes from with the help of chat. I mean, I would never have thought of this little frog fountain on my own. I was just going to build a little standard fountain. And if Resides didn't tell me or didn't show me this picture of the frog fountain, I might not have thought of it. So yes, I guess it's true. I do see things other people don't always see. But I have a lot of help as well. And as you know as well in your own streams, it helps having chat around. Right, now I need to go and get some walls. And look, the spacing between these are not the same. And that is meant to be that way, I think. I am trying to not have everything symmetrical. I need to get away from that habit of making everything symmetrical all the time. So I know it might bother me at some point, but I'm going to try and leave it like that and see if I can fool my mind into thinking it's the way it's supposed to be. Mossy, really? Why does the Minecraft inventory have to be so small? I need more space in the inventory. Mossy and cobble. Alright. Let's just see how this works out. And yes, Misfit, as you say, chat does help a lot. Okay, I've only got 4 mossy. No, I don't want a backpack.
Insane!
Mod. Whoa, Angel, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Angel. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Angel, how has your stream been today? Well, did I catch it? Yes, I was in your chat a little bit before I started. Or was I? Can't remember now. But thank you so much for the raid. What have you been doing in your stream today? What have you gotten up to? Right, I am just, I'll show you all just now what I'm working on. Just need to do something for the light to come back. Alright, so, Angel, the raid and run are perfectly fine. Thank you so much again for the raid. I do appreciate it. And you must have a lovely day further. We will definitely catch up again next time. Guys, let me just hold a second for me. If any of you in the chat is not following Misfit or Angel, please do so. Let me just pop a little shout out for Angel, because she is also a very good streamer and her builds are amazing. Alright, Raiders, so we are currently working on a little pond over here. And then the idea is that because this wall is a little bit bland, so we are trying to have the pond up here with a few water streams coming down, and they will then go underneath the path into the river over here. So that's what we are currently working on, and you are all very welcome in, and you're welcome to stay as long or as short of a time as you like. But yes, and then if I give you a little bit of a further away, a little bit of an aerial view of my area so far, this is what we've got. We've been in this world for just over 1,300 days so far, and it is coming along nicely, I think. So, but yes, as I said, I always get freaked out by being able to eat while in free cam. It always feels just a little bit strange. Alright, so we are going to need to do this so that I don't destroy the rest of my plants. Then I think if we waterlog that slab, perfect. That's perfect. See if we can grab that one, if it flows. Alright. Guys, I'm just going a little further to grab water every time, because the water in this area isn't perfect, and I don't want any flowing water, so I still need to fix that. There we go, we've got our little water streams coming down, which is perfect. Now we can actually go and fill the pond. Once the pond is filled, then we can start doing a little bit of actually start decorating the pond up here. And then amazingly, just the thought of adding this pond up here, or not the thought, adding the pond up here has created so much extra work. Right, let's see if it fills up. No, not quite yet. Over there. Maybe another water source. There we go. Perfect. That's coming along, coming along. Let's see. Add water there. All right. All right, that's progress. Ah, perfect. Almost there. Now the water mechanics. Lucas, what are we going to do after we are, well, I haven't thought that far yet. Because this is still going to take a little bit of time, my friend. We need to decorate the pond. And the next big project I'm going to take on, Lucas, is the redoing this village. So that's the next big thing I wanna do. Now obviously doing this pond and everything, that's all part of the village, I would say. But yes, I've got a lot of plans. We said it earlier. So many plans for what to do in Minecraft. And just never enough time to get all of it done fast enough. But look, when it gets to today's stream, I think if I can at least get as far as decorating this pond, maybe building the water streams to the river down there, I would be quite satisfied with the progress. See, there you go. That's filling up nicely. Great stuff. Now we can add the... Oh, wrong place again. There you go. let's just do this. Make sure the water is not flowing where I don't want it to be flowing. Perfect. Yes, Misfit, this does look rather nice. But now I've got a question. Misfit Lucas, should I put mud around the side of the pond? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Lucas. I do need to get a little bit of a hydrate and a little bit of a stretch. So thank you for that. Let me... First of all, let me see if I've... well, I still have water. That's a bonus. Alright, Resides, you say muddy roots and some mossy cobble slabs? Alright, we can do that probably. How do we make muddy roots though? Mangrove roots and mud. Okay, I've got plenty of that. So I think let's go sleep that side so that we can grab some mangrove roots. And I think I'm pretty much out of mossy slabs as well, mossy cobble slabs. I think I've got some coarse dirt as well. Just grab a few of the required resources. That's all right. Alright, so we need coarse dirt, which I think I've got. Well, let's grab a little bit of moss first, so we can make mossy cobble slabs. Right, then we grab some mangrove roots, and then I think I've got coarse dirt. Yes, I've got coarse dirt over here. What else do I have? Grab that mud as well. But Resides, I think we can name the statue Froggy Johnson, and we can dedicate it to Sir Henry, don't you think? Absolutely. So I think we can put a little sign up here. No, you don't need to. You absolutely don't need to, Resides. That is not... I'm never going to ask for you guys to spend your points. If I ask you guys for a name for something, It's on me. It's on me. No need to spend points on it. Absolutely not. That is part of being in the community. We do things together. We name things together. And we have fun together. Alright, now let's see. So are we going to put the... like the slabs... like in there? You always put a good set of buttocks on it. Well, from the photo you sent, I couldn't really see the backside of it. So I basically did what I thought it should look like, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it came out. Maybe just like that. And then you say we do something like this. Oops. That one shouldn't be there. Maybe do a... few of these. Do it like this. And then I'm also going to, I'm just thinking, we can also use like leaf litter around just to make it blend a little bit nicer, don't you think? I'm just going to make a little bit of leaf litter. I think that'll look good. Azalea leaves, flowering azaleas. I don't have a lot of it, but yes, can definitely do that as well. Go and just leave these things over here. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to need to make some leaf litter first. See, what do we, which leaves? Look, this pink leaves. So easy to find. Then flowering azaleas. I don't have a lot. We can probably use some of them. And then let's go and pop these in there. See, we I only have 3 of these. Then let's see, in terms of water, I do have a few sea pickles. We've got a few lily pads. Got a couple of drip leaves. I think they will work. How do we duplicate sea pickles again? Yeah, but bone meal? And it must be on a coral block, I think. Let's go and see quickly. Bone meal, we've got. So I'm going to want to put quite a few sea pickles in there. Just to light it up as well. You know I love light. I think we do that. And then we bone meal. I'm clicking the wrong button. I think I've got 1 or 2 cactus flowers. I don't have many, but we can have a look. Right, that should be enough. Well, I'm probably going to need the bone meal anyway. But seagrass, we can use bone meal for seagrass. We can try put it on a, I don't know whether we can, but there's ways we can, oh, I do have a few. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. We might need to use some of that magic, but we'll see. Ah, now this is going to get interesting now. Ooh, no, 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 no. Why or what are you doing here, my friend? I mean, I know I asked for gunpowder. But I didn't necessarily ask for you to come drop it off personally. No! Frickin' stupid creeper. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? So I would want the lily pad right there in the middle. No, you can't. But let's see. If we can do a little bit of magic. See if we can do a little bit of magic. If we put the armor stand, let's just see. If this will work. I think I can make this work. I think we can make this work. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Yes, resides. Maybe I do need a clean inventory. Redeem? Maybe. Um, is there a chance of you adding sound effects for points? There is a chance, Lucas. There's definitely a chance. I just need to get around to doing it. See if we do this. This might take a little bit of trial and error. Okay, then want to do that. Because why not make it big? And then we do invisible. How's that for a lily pad? All right, now let's see if we can. But now the flower is going to look a little bit different, I think. So it's definitely going to look a little bit different. But we can definitely work with it. I might have to. You're right. Let's just see if we can find the middle of it. But how's that for size? No, this is what it's all about, Resides. This is what it's all about. We do things together. Alright, so that looks good for the size. I'm going to need to get another item frame. Um, I think it'd be this one. Um, Alright. Now it's a little bit off. Um, if you cross the flowers more, does it mean it will look more 3D? I'm going to try it. It's like all Minecraft flowers. Nobody will know. I have OCD. It will kill me. Look, yes. Um, but wait. Do you think... Well, I think I need to sleep first. Okay, but I think maybe... Guys, is the flower big enough, or should the flower be a little bit bigger? Okay, it looks good. Cool. Let me go and grab another armor stand because I only brought 2. Alright, I agree, I agree. Let's get another one now. I'm going to just need to see... Ow! Ow! That wasn't what I meant to do. Ah, thank you. Spontaneous combustion. At its best. Show arms. Give it a flower. Move the flower to the head. 1.7. Gravity off. This way. Like that. That looks so... we might be able to, Lucas. We might be able to. Just want to see, because this lily pad just doesn't feel exactly right yet. That's better. Right, that looks nice. Then we'll just add a few more lily pads. And then, all right, Lucas, you say we must add a stem underneath. I'm going to see if we can do that. No promises. We'll see. We will try it. Try with the last armor stand. Let's see, where's my sticks? Just see. Bring the stick up like this. That maybe. These guys playing with these armor stands, ne? I'm telling you, you will get lost playing with these things. That's a little off. How does that look? Oh, Misfit. I can just imagine. No, I like that, Lucas. I don't know. Resides, Misfit, what do you think? We're keeping the stick or are we removing the stick? It works, but I'm thinking I've got a different idea, Lucas. Let's is do I have what do you think instead of the stick we use the pale hanging moss? I don't know how that will look. We can try it. Come on, when can we sleep? Let's see if we change the stick. Posture check, Lucas. I'm sitting absolutely straight up. You might not believe it, but it's true. Let's bring this thing out first. Make it visible. I think this might work better. Because this might look a little bit more like roots. Yes, I think that works. I think that works. That works. You can put a few. Drip leaves. Listen, everybody is special resides. Everybody is special. You know, um, there you go. This looks awesome. Get a few. If you grow up a baby drip leaf, we can test if you